Are you tired of that job? Do you want your money to work for you? Are you tired of doing that 9 to 5 that gets you frustrated sometimes and you feel like, do I really need to be going through this? Just sit back and relax because this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through a process that I've worked for so many people, and if you follow all the strategies and plans, you will be able to get out of that job in the next 2-3 years, and you will go home smiling and having the confidence that you will not regret your decision. Yes, I said that you will not regret your decision. So just sit back and relax with a bottle of wine or popcorn and watch this video to the end. It's your girl, Nelly Usman. I'm here for you again to give you tips and tricks that have worked for so many people, and it will work for you if you believe it. Yeah. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for sitting down to watch my videos to the end. Thank you for all subscribers. Thank you for all my new subscribers. And thank you for making me get to this level where I speak and I talk to people who really need these financial tips to get out of that position where they are. And thank you for all the likes and all the comments. I appreciate all and I read all, and I get to know that some people are really following my channel and they are really getting value for it. Yeah, so sit back and relax while we dive into this video.
Nelly Usman on the rise, creating magic, reaching skies. From the screen to your heart, she's got that spark. Viral moments leaving a mark. Cameras rolling, ideas unfold, stories told in.
I am so excited to share this strategy with you guys. Now, in my channel, I will link up the video here where I talked about budgeting. So that's the first thing you should do. Budget your income. No matter how little that income is, be able to budget it so that you can have something you can save off that wages you receive, especially what you receive monthly. So now if you're able to save up like $1,000, for instance, every month you're able to save up $1,000. With that, you can walk out of that job in the next 3 years. And you ask me, how would that happen? Yeah, so I want to share you a strategy that has worked for so many people. You can join a contribution. In my local dialect, it's called a job. In English word, it's called contribution. So many people go into different kind of contribution, if you're aware of that already. But for me, I go into a contribution with a strategy, and that strategy is to work out a plan that can work for both of us. Now, how does this plan work? If you have a need, like you're telling yourself, you want to work out of this job in the next 3 years, what do you do with your 1,000 you are saving? Are you saving that money just in the bank and keep it there and you wait for a year to pass? If I were you, I would join an Ajo group, which is called a contribution. A contribution are like minds of friends or acquaintances that come together to contribute their money for the purpose. And so doing, they are able to save up money in bulk and they are able to do something with their money. Like, let's give from January to December as 12 months. And so you have 12 friends coming together to save money together. So what does this make them achieve? So every month, someone is able to get $12,000 to do something with. So if you join an Agile group that they contribute $1,000, for instance, you're able to save $20,000. And with $12,000, you can decide to use that as your emergency fund. Like we always say, emergency fund is very important. Someone asked me, how would I be able to save an emergency fund when I almost spend all my income? It's a lot of money to have 3 or 4 months salary kept somewhere. So this is one of the strategies you can use to save an emergency fund. You can get that Ajo and throw that money into the TFSA. If you have that money in your TFSA, by no means you will not touch it because it's there for keeps. And no one will come to ask you for money and you have money to loan to them. So if you keep it in your bank, you have money to loan to people because you have easy access to it. But if it's in your TFSA, you will think about it first before you check into that account to want to take some money out. So that's one way we can easily save an emergency fund that we can use for any need that we have in future, or if you lost that job, or if any need arises in any manner. That aside, another way we can use a contribution, which is an Ajo, to make that dream achievable is by getting that money in bulk, $12,000, like I said earlier. Why is it 12? Because you would also contribute your $1,000 in it. So if you have $12,000, you can decide to buy a house. Yeah, I just said that. You can decide to buy a house, like a condo, an apartment. In Saskatoon, where I live, we have condos that are as cheap as $150,000, $160,000, $170,000. So if you have that, you'll be able to put down a down payment of 5%, which is like $7,500 or thereabout. You will still have some money to walk around with. So if you have that, you are able to buy an apartment and you can start leasing out the apartment to people. And by so doing, you are making rental income, which is very laudable. Someone else is paying the rent and you are making, you are building equity in your money. Another very good way we can utilize an ajo is if you have a plan of going into business in the years to come. For instance, you have a plan of going into your own business in the next 3 years. How do you hope to achieve that? If you just want to stack money somewhere or gradually save in bits, you can do an ajo to achieve that. How do you do that? So when you get your 12,000 at the end of every year, you just keep it to your TFSA. That is if you have enough room in your TFSA to keep that. If you don't have it in your TFSA, you can go into mutual funds. So now, the next year, you also save another 12, and the third year, you save another 12, which will amount to 36,000. Like I said earlier in my video, I said you have to stick to that budgeting strategy that works. So if you have a budget already, for that 3 years, you are giving yourself a goal and you are working towards achieving that goal. So if you have 36,000 in your pocket, what do you think you can do with 36,000? If you are someone that wants to build or want to go into franchising, with 36,000 you can see a franchise to buy. I think so. With 36,000 you can also start that small scale salon. With 36,000 you can start your own pastry company in your home. 36,000 you can start that business you like. I'm not going to give us any business idea here. If you're someone that wants to go into cleaning business, whatever kind of business you want to do. Some people want to be selling cars and all that. Whatever kind of small business you want to do, with 36,000 in bulk, you have something to plan with. Because a lot of us find it very, very difficult to gather money together. It's a big struggle for some people. But some people are so disciplined that they don't even need platforms like an ajo to be able to achieve that. But for some people that feel it's a struggle for them to be able to gather money together and use at the time when they need it, you should try to look at this and utilize a platform like a contribution group or an ajo group. It will help you because when your money is there, what I mean is when you have already contributed your money, it's gone out. Or when they contribute to you, you have already used it to achieve something. Like you've used it to buy a house, or you used it to keep in your TFSA, or you have used it to buy a car. If you have a dream car you want to buy, in 2-3 years, if you save that money, you can buy a dream car of yours. I'm not trying to say there are cars that are very cheap, but with 36,000, you should be able to walk into a store and buy that car outright. There are a lot of cars that they sell cheaper than that. So you don't need to owe anybody to achieve that thing. What I'm just trying to tell you is there are so many ways we can work around these things if we are really telling ourselves we don't want to be indebted. I see so many people crying here far in Canada saying that they're so indebted with so many things that they've involved themselves in. Either they have a lot of credit cards they want to clear. So if you have someone who have a credit card you want to clear, with an ajo and having a bulk money, you can clear off all your credit cards and you know you're just paying back money that you took from someone. Doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to just tell us that there are so many ways we can use this ajo to help ourselves by making our dream come true, by seeing ourselves working out of that struggle. So if you have any contribution, I think it's something that you should think of doing regularly. You're doing that already. For those who have not started it, you can think of starting one at the end of the day or after listening to this video because it will help you. There are so many people that join like 2 to 3 different ajo groups, all because they want to save money. Because I know and you know that when you have money in your pocket, there's so many reasons why you want to spend that money. There's so many reasons why you want to take yourself out. There's so many reasons why you want to take a trip out of the state or do anything. Or so many reasons why you want to buy that shoe or that bag or get that beautiful hair. But if you have saved that money or if you have kept that money as an ajo where you know that you are going to contribute for someone else's contribution, you will not touch that money because the money is meant for a purpose. But if you have it in your account, you can always dip your hand into your account to do whatever you want to do. So Ajo tries to keep you in a disciplined state of mind. I don't know if I make sense. It keeps you in a state of mind where you don't feel comfortable even spending your own money because you know that money is not yours. Even the one you've saved already in a TFSC or whatever place you kept it, or you decided to buy a house, you know that you did something to get to that thing, and so you don't want to just squander it like that. I have been so favored by using Ajo. I am in 2 Ajo groups and it works so well for me. It has enabled me to build a lot of residual income. You may not understand, but when you start one, you will understand what I mean. Another thing we can do with an Ajo is to also make profit. Like you can make interest from the money. How do I mean? There are some Ajo groups that you join that they just gather your money for you. Like you're gathering money for 12 months. And when someone comes to say they want to loan money, that is someone in the group, not someone outside. If someone comes and says they want to loan money, they loan this money to these people and they are able to loan them with interest on it. And so when these people are returning back this money, they return it back with interest. And so your Ajo stays and it has built interest for itself. There are so many ways we can grow our money. Some of us will invest it in some other platforms that we are aware of. Some go into stocks, some go into different things. I'm not here to tell you different ways you can easily invest your money. But what I'm trying to tell you, with Ajo, you're able to get bulk money to do whatever you want to do at the right time. So just think about it. If it's something that you're looking at retiring or working out of that job in the next 3 years or the next 4 years, you can use this Ajo strategy to build money for yourself. And with that, when you walk out of that company, you have bulk money to spend to do anything you want to do. I just said I should come here to share this idea. It's something that has always worked for me, and I know it has worked for a lot of people. And I also know that some people don't want to hear contribution because of some of the experiences they've had. But before you go into any Ajo, try as much as you can to do your own inquiry. Be sure you're walking into the right Ajo group before you do that, because it's important so you don't get scammed or you don't get into a group where some people will collect their money and they don't want to contribute to paying this return. I wish that you're able to get these ideas and work with it because it has worked so well for me. I've said so much and I know you have learned so much. And I would say thank you for always coming back here to watch my videos. Thank you for always looking out for my videos, because I know some of you just love what I bring out here and love my content, and you always listen, you always watch it, you always share, you always comment. I appreciate all your likes, I appreciate all your comments, and I want to say thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.
From the screen to your heart, she's got that spark. Viral moments leaving a mark. Cameras rolling, ideas unfold.